Thank you very much. All right. So my name is Evelyn Falaye, as the moderator has said earlier, and I'm the current chapter lead and maiden chapter lead of WAAW Foundation OU Shagamu Campus chapter. So when you see Shagamu Campus, it's because my school has 4 campuses across different states in the country, Nigeria. I know, sorry, across the same state, but different regions. So that's why it's Shagamu Campus. So the chapter started in 2022, and okay, our chapter has grown to over 30 active volunteers and visited over 12 schools. I don't want to read what is in the bio, but that's like an introduction. So I am a pharmacy student, and I just completed my pharmacy education in July. So I'm almost handing over, but I'm still the current chapter lead. So I want us to be very excited to learn this evening. It's a joy to be with fellow leaders shaping communities. So when I think about my chapter, I think it has been a privilege to lead, and it has been a journey with challenges and so many learning moments. What I like to remember when I think about outreaches, when I join one foundation, is what Dr. Unoma Okurafo would say. She would usually say, when you are, I'm paraphrasing, when you are a woman in the room, like you have been taken above to a point, you have moved high to a point, from point to a point. You should not be the only one there. You should bring somebody along. So that's one of the things that helps us as a chapter in Shagamu, and why we are usually very active and very excited to do, because we understand that we need to bring up the remaining some students, because when you go to some schools, you see that, hello, Keziah, good evening. Please call your other chapter members. So I want us to be active. That's what I'm introducing as you are introducing yourself. So as I was saying, when you go to the schools, you see that some of the students, you are probably the first person that will talk about something STEM, apart from their teachers, of course, something, oh, be active, oh, you can be this as a female, oh, you can take on courses in STEM, you don't need to limit yourself, oh, you can be an engineer. Most times, you are one of the first people that will tell them that, because there are so many things that are in gaps today because of how everything is. So I want to start with when our chapter started. My chapter started, I like going my chapter because it's such a very like it's so great to see the kind of work that we have been doing since when it started in 2022. So I attended the Fellow Summit in 2022, and that's why I say I want to meet the people at Fellow Summit today. Because Fellow Summit is usually very, very inspiring and impactful. So that summit really inspired me, and all things that I'm doing, even after and beyond, is because of some of the things I learned from the Fellow Summit. And we started, oh, I said, oh, I want to start a chapter in my school. And some people were asking, are you sure students will even show up for this kind of initiative? Like, what are you going to be doing? You want to start going to secondary schools to reach out to say what? You know, sometimes people ask that kind of question, like, what do you want to teach them that you even know? Because of some of the challenges around, say, what do you, who will follow you? Those are the questions, some of the questions people ask me. Because then it was just me. There was no volunteer. There was maybe just my friend or two of my friends that were present that could go to the school with me. But those questions just stayed in my mind. They did not stop me from going ahead and taking the decisions that I made. So it felt like we're walking into uncharted territory, because when we went to some of the secondary schools, okay, I said we started. Then when we started, we did not wait for so many things. We didn't wait for, oh, we needed some funding, or um we needed anybody to say, oh, okay, it's time to go. Immediately we said we're going to start chapter. We knew that, oh, some of the important thing is outreaches, which is one of the most important things. So we started outreaches. So how did we start? We got letters of permission from the WAAW Foundation. There's a letter that was sent to us that we edited and put our chapter and then our school name and then number they can read. So when we started going to the schools, there were a few schools we submitted letters to initially. It was two schools in Shagamu here in Ogun State, Nigeria. So initially, when we got to the first school, I remember that the principal said, "Oh, what do we want to come and do?" That's how they used to do. Oh. See, that they will do as if no, they want to come and teach their students. Meanwhile, some of them they are witches and they want to introduce them into something else. And they were like, "Ma, we just want to come and teach your students. We want to come and educate them. We want to come and inspire them to take up STEM courses. We want to come and let them see an example of what they want to become." But it's like she didn't understand that. But we did not relent. We went to other schools. And do you know that after this, they called us back to come back to that school. That school that the first rejected us. But initially, they said, oh, we can't come because they don't trust us, basically. So we moved on. When we went to the other school, it was just, oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. They were so excited to have us because they had not had something like that frequently in that place at that period. So they were like, oh, you come and teach our students. They didn't even want to know what we wanted to teach them. They just thought, oh, we are students from we are students from the university. And then they know that that's what some of the things some of their students want to become. Students also, when they write their exams and everything. Hi, Brenda, welcome. So it was a moment of, oh, let's take it up. If we're doing this, we're doing this. So we face challenges, convincing the principals to believe in what we want to do, limited resources, balancing school demands, like as a chapter fellow or lead, you would say, oh, I have my education to focus on. I have my school enough, which is a lot of problem already in itself. But why would I go and be meeting some people? But you need to talk to yourself and let yourself know that you are not attending school because of yourself alone. So some of the opportunities you have, it is so that other women, other females can have that opportunity too. So you cannot keep it to yourself and say, oh, I'm now a university student or I'm now studying a STEM course and that's it. So that's why we didn't go. Most times when I tell my friends, I'll say, oh, we cannot just let's go to these schools. If we don't go to teach them, who will go? Do you understand? So sometimes I take it as, oh, there's nobody else that is going to go to conduct these outreaches. Maybe there are other organizations around us, but I don't like it when people say, oh, they are busy, too busy, they can't go on outreaches because of work. Although it's understandable that sometimes when exams come and there's a lot of demand from school, but you need to create time because you understand that as a WAAW Foundation fellow, you don't want to just be a fellow, you want to create impact. You want to be recognized as, oh, this chapter is doing something great. We need to understand how they are doing their work. So that's some of the ways you can overcome some of that challenge. And then we handle skepticism also from our peers, not just from the principals, but even from people in class with you. You are going for outreach when you're supposed to be in class. What is your issue? Is this class problem not enough for you? So those are some things people will say to you that, oh, we want to discourage, but you don't need to think about it too much. Most of the time, for myself, I would rather just, okay, all right, I came to read in school, I will read, but then I will still do this outreach, which is to create impact in other secondary school young girls. So we hosted outreach programs that touch young girls. We created awareness programs. So when you go to a school, sometimes they will say, what do you want to do? How do you want to sustain what you are bringing? So you need to also know what you want to do first before going to the school or before taking permission. You need to know, oh, we are coming to teach some practical sessions. Some of these practical sessions, like the windmill, other practical sessions that will be done, some of them in their school, they've not done any of those things before. They are usually amazed. So you are not coming with something that is not useful. Know that first. When you go to the school, you are a valuable person. You're a valuable thing. So when you're going there, you're taking a lot of things to them. So I want that to be at the back of your mind. So they should not, and no matter what they say, you need to understand, even though you are meeting them with respect, you are telling them that, oh, you are bringing something of value to the students, and you want them to be able to pursue STEM courses in the long run and to excel in it. That's why you are here. And they should see you for that. So when you go to some of these schools, if you are not confident of your in yourself and you are just beating around the bush, the principals may be like, this person is not ready. So that's why it's important to know your why and how you are going to sustain it. Oh, we want the school to start a STEM cell in their school where maybe every Wednesday they'll do something related to STEM. It doesn't even have to be a lot of work initially, but just something that would keep the students involved after you leave. Then another thing is, when you are going to these schools, it's important to go with your team, that is your fellows. As a chapter lead, there are sometimes that it feels, oh, you are the only one that is kind of pushing the dream, and maybe 50% or 70% of your fellows are not ready. They seem to not be responding on the WhatsApp group or on whatever group you are chatting on. They seem to not be interested. When you say let's go for our trip, most of them are saying they are not available. It kind of makes you unhappy or move. Like how would I say, you are not the word is gingered. I don't know how to say it in another way, but the word is you are not gingered because the people who are supposed to support you are not supporting you. But what you can do as chapter in that situation is to be how will I say that now? You need to look at your chapter again. Oh, if you are interested in this, you want to volunteer. You know you said you were going to volunteer.
I think Evelyn is having a little bit of network issues. I don't know. So, but then I believe we are all motivated. I see someone use the word motivated. Yeah, I know when she said something about being gingered. I hope we are all still following. So,
So sorry, my
okay,
network went off.
okay.
Can we hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you now, Evelyn.
Hello?
Evelyn, can you hear me?
Hello, Evelyn. We can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much. So
Thank you so much.
I my network went off, but I want to round up some of the points I've said with some points I'll mention now. I said you must know your why you are going to the schools. And number two, I said you must um recheck your fellows as a chapter lead. Understand that you need to check out if the people that are supporting you are actually supporting you. And then I said that no matter what the challenge is, you need to encourage yourself to keep on going. Whether it is you think, oh, there's no transportation, oh, there's no support, oh, there's no friends, or maybe the school is saying you are coming, you are not there for them. You need to keep on going despite. So those are the 3 points I'll bring up. You know your why, always understand that the people that are following you are actually following. If they are not, let them be certain that, oh, I am volunteering, I am here with you, I'm doing it. If I'm not doing it, I would pull out. Do you understand? And the third thing is that we must understand also, Lillian, yeah. The third thing is that we must understand that no matter the challenge, we need to keep impacting, keep going, keep going. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Jessica. I think you can go on now.
Wow. Thank you very much, Evelyn. Please let's put our hands together for Evelyn. I know she said a lot, and I believe that if you paid attention, you would have picked a lot of things from her. Let's put our hands together for her, please. While I don't know if anybody has any question for Evelyn. Just note down your questions. Um, Once we are done with the fellows we are speaking, we will have an open room for questions and answers. Okay, so permit me to bring in the next mega mind we have today. Um, Pindani Rupafatu, the chapter lead for the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Please let's put our hands together for Pindani while she takes the mic. Pindani, are you here?
Everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Hello.
hear
Yes,
you.
we can.
Okay, I hope you're all. All right. So my name is Rupafat Zobindani. I am the current chapter leader for the Malawi University of Science and Technology WAAW chapter. That's in Malawi. So I'm here to share my experience with the whole WAAW Foundation and everything in between. To begin with, let me begin by sharing a quote by Paul Coelho in his book The Alchemist, which says, "When you want something, the whole world conspires for you to get it." So, how I started? Well, to begin with, I had always been passionate about girls, motivating. Before I even applied for the WOW Foundation and everything, I was so inspired about girls being a role model. Yeah, those little mentor to mentor circles and all that. I liked that. But then I never had a platform. So after I applied for WOW, I was selected. Honestly, I was so happy. I was like, oh wow, I think my dream of me being um um somebody who inspires young girls, especially in rural areas, is coming to life. So I started the Master WOW chapter in 2024 after being selected for the WOW Foundation scholarship because it was person to be selected from our school. So there was no chapter from our school, so we had to start it up. So by creating a form, so people applied, and those people who seemed to be so interested about the whole thing were selected. So we selected 20 volunteers and then we started the whole thing. Our first outreach was more like a road trip. We had to book a transport, go to a certain school, and then we had experiments, and the experience was very amazing. It was so nice since it was our first time. And one of the things that stood out and I loved about that outreach was that we could see the spark, or even now, we could see the spark in the eyes of young girls. It's like we ignite a certain flame and a certain passion in them. A certain girl once approached me that after we talked to them about chemistry, of course, that was a later on outreach. But then for the first outreach, we had an experiment with physics and yeah, about physics. But then this girl approached me and then she was like, at first I felt like chemistry was hard and I was afraid to take up chemistry, or when it came to studying chemistry I was always afraid because I felt like maybe it was for boys. But then with how you guys have spoke to us, chemistry I think chemistry is doable, and yeah, with the right approach, I think I can actually study chemistry. So for me, it was for me and the team actually, we were like, oh wow, this is actually nice. And in the one of our fun moments, or one of our most exciting moments, was when we won as chapter of this. That was in the month April. So it was a very exciting moment for us. When it comes to challenges, the first challenge that we have experienced so far since we started in 2024, that was next month, we are having our first anniversary for our chapter, and I'm so excited. Honestly, I'm so excited. Yeah. So the challenges since we started in last year, 2024 September, the first challenge is timelines. Most of the times, we kind of, okay, there are moments whereby we are here at school, but then the the students are at home. Yeah. So there are those kind of moments. They're on holiday and we are at school. We want to do an outreach, but then it's kind of hard because the students are at home. Or maybe we are at home, the students are at school. So that kind of, yeah, it's kind of a problem. And another problem is that some chapter fellows don't cooperate. For those who are just starting out their chapters, yeah, maybe it's something new for you. There'll be moments whereby you recruit people, but then some people just don't cooperate. And it's kind of, you tell people that we're going to have a meeting so that we plan for a certain outreach, people don't show up. But that shouldn't discourage you though. But then it's a problem. Or maybe people don't, or sometimes it's not like they're really busy, but let's say maybe they don't cooperate. Of course, there are also moments whereby you have to understand that we are all students and they are busy with school. But yeah, people always communicate. But then there are also some chapter fellows who don't communicate. Yeah, they don't show up. They're just there on the groups, and then you're like, that's also a problem. And sometimes money is also a problem. So how to overcome these challenges? The first challenge that I and schedules for schools differing. There was a moment whereby for the whole semester we were at school. It was like for us, yeah, it was a bit challenging. That's when we came out with an idea that, okay, I think we can't just conduct outreaches in schools, in secondary schools only. So there was a time whereby we had to conduct an outreach here at our school here at MAST for the first years and second years. Those people didn't know anything about WAAW and the WAAW scholarship. So we talked to them about the WAAW scholarship, and it was so inspirational, honestly, and it was so impactful because they didn't know anything about the various opportunities that are there for them. So it was really impactful, and that arose simply because of the problem whereby our timelines and the schedules of secondary school students weren't colliding. And our most recent outreach as well, we had to go to the villages. So there's this thing about here at school, Malawi University of Science and Technology. It's more like at a rural area. If you come here in Malawi, if you come here at Sholo, the district that we are in Malawi, our school is the only infrastructure that is shown around the villages and all that, which is kind of an opportunity because the people around that area benefited from this university. So most of the times, if you're going to a school, it's a rural school, and the villages around are also rural villages. So we had to go inside the village and conduct an outreach with the locals and girls from there, and it was so impactful because the girls were like, we don't really have role models in this village. You know what happens in, yeah, rural, will be working hard in school and all that. So that also arose simply because students were out of, be creative, find an alternative. That's my point. That if you have maybe your schedules, you have moments whereby schools are closing and all that, you can find an alternative. Be creative. Yeah. And I also talked about the challenge of some chapter fellas not cooperating. You can combat that by talking to them, yeah, approaching them. And if people don't cooperate, don't be afraid of pruning. Yeah. I'm sorry to say this, but then don't be afraid of pruning people. You can just say, I think maybe we can replace you with somebody. Because I also give an example. There are some people who approach me, they tell me, Fadzo, can we be part of your um be part of the WAAW Foundation because it's kind of fun. But then I'm like, I have to respect the fact that some people applied and they were selected. But then in moments, if somebody is dormant, they don't do anything. I approach them maybe 3 times and they don't do anything. And then I find somebody else who is proactive and who looks promising. I can replace. So don't be afraid to do that. But then only do that if you approach the other person. Sometimes there may be reasons behind why they don't attend fellow fellow outreaches and all that. So you have to find out, is this person busy or maybe they're just dormant. And the other thing, money, I talked about money. When it comes to outreaches, please make sure that you use cheap products. Our first outreach, we didn't really use a lot of money. We used we were doing a milk experiment, something like that, for chemistry. We used milk. It was just a packet, a small packet of milk. It wasn't like the whole pail or anything. And we also used stones, leaves. It was a density. The other one was a density experiment. Yeah, things like that. So don't use if you can do the other experiments. But then if you look at your pocket and you can't you can't manage some of the things, make sure you. And also, like I said, when you want something, the whole world conspires for you to get it. We were doing our things, we would post on social media and do that. And then a certain lecturer actually approached me. She was like, she's the STEM coordinator for Mast University. So she was like, oh, you girls, I like what you do and everything. And in the long run, she became the sponsor. So she sponsors some of our activities. So you just start. Help comes along the way. You meet your people along the way. And yeah, I can tell you that she put us under her wing of Geist, which is something to do with communication science, technology, and all that. So we are under her wing. So some of the projects that we do, it's WAAW Foundation, but then Geist helps as well. So we just credit her as our mentor and all that. But then yeah, she helped us because we showed interest. My advice is that don't be afraid to take up leadership roles. I can tell you that when I was younger, I was always that kind of person who was afraid to take up leadership roles. I remember I denied being the head girl when I was in Form 3 in secondary school. Please don't laugh at me. But yeah, I was so afraid. It was that bad. It was something to do with my self-confidence and yeah, self-doubt and everything. But then the WAAW Foundation actually gave me a platform. As is it Robin Sharma in his book, The Leader Who Had No Title? He says that everybody is a leader. You just have to unleash the inner leader inside you. And I can say that, wow, unleashed the inner leader that was within me. I never knew that I could be a leader. And looking at my personality, I'm kind of quiet sometimes, mostly, yeah. Of course, I'm making noise now, but yeah. But I was like, I don't think I can be a leader. But then I found out that actually I can lead people and I can understand people. So yeah, don't be afraid of taking up leadership roles and just start. And yeah, just start. In the long run, you meet your own people will support you. People actually love what we do on this campus, and people are okay. If you need anything, find us. So that's what I had for you. And to top it off, the other thing, as a chapter, after meeting, we also have that's an extra outreach activity. We have snacks and interactive sessions so that we just don't have a relationship of, okay, we are wow, chapter fellas. No, we have maybe snacks, we tell each other, anybody can bring what they can manage, and then we just have a fun time together. So that's just a way of us interacting, knowing each other, because we have to be friends. If we are to work together and do this outreach thing, we also have to be friends and know each other at a personal level. Yeah, so to end everything, I will let me share with you a quote by Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you can't, either ways you're right. So Yeah, believe that you can do it, and yes, you can do it. Thank you so much.
I love the last quote. She said, "You believe whether it's your choice, right? So you can choose to believe you can do it or not. Whatever you choose, it's yours." Wow, that was a really impactful section, and I learned when she talked about the whole leadership. I wasn't expecting I was going to be a leader, but yes, you can do it if you believe you can do it. So let's not delay. I would also like to bring in one more person, just one more. Just I know you're learning a lot, but let's speak for one more person before we throw the house open. And I want to invite Cynthia Oluchi, the chapter lead for Amadu Bello University, Zaria, Nigeria. Cynthia, please, if you're here with us, can you have the floor, please? Is Cynthia here? Cynthia, please unmute yourself. We can't hear you if you're speaking.
Yeah,
Okay.
hello everybody. Good evening. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Good evening, Cynthia. Please go on.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Um, it's good to have we all here. Everybody has been talking. I'm feeling so motivated already. So I will just go straight to my presentation because time is not all time is already off. So good evening, everyone. My name is Cynthia. Can we all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you,
Can you
Cynthia.
guys?
Can hear
Okay.
you.
My
Yes,
name is
clearly.
All right. My name is Cynthia, and I'm the chapter leader for WAAW Foundation Amadu Bello University, Zaria. So our chapter was founded in 2023 by me. It was not like we had somebody doing it, and so it was more like, oh, we started from scratch, right? Around So at that time of inception, we had our program manager, Miss Grace, then who always encourage us that we should start with just 20 members, you know, and me, I was, yes, we can do this, I can, and all that stuff. So I took it upon myself. I took that advice really personally, like I really, really did. And then she also said something that the easiest way to begin is to start with people close to you, like your classmates and all that. So I began reaching out to my classmates and then a few friends. To my joy, many of them agreed to join. Not before long, I did not just have 20, but I have 25 members. Right. So that gave me so much excitement and inspiration. So with those numbers, I started planning big. When you start something new, they will always tell you to start small, but me, I started planning big. I imagined our outreaches, how we could divide ourselves into smaller groups, and then we would visit different schools at the same time. We can divide ourselves, since we are 25, we can just divide ourselves in 5 groups, and then we can have 5 outreaches at a go. Those were my plans, right? So that vision of multiplying our impact from the very beginning was really motivating, but then challenges came. And one of the major challenges we had was it was very, very difficult to secure schools. Now I have members. Time to secure school was difficult. The schools they were so difficult that I remember I wrote personally, and then attached with the letter from WOW Foundation. I submitted to about 6 different schools, and none reached out. I would go to the school, see the principal, And they'll be like, okay, we'll call you back. I will never see their call. Most times when I try to call, it's always, they are given this thing that, oh, our you are disturbing us and stuff like that. They were acting as though that they were doing us a favor, even though what we are bringing or what we are to bring to them was for the benefits of their own students, but they were acting as if they were giving us a favor. So another challenge was, the fact that we were in Zaria, that is already a challenge on its own. In that environment, it was like, many at this point still hold very deep cultural belief that women should marry immediately after secondary school. So whenever we mention, you can remember, you can imagine coming to see a principal of the school, and then you are telling you are from WAAW Foundation. They'll be like, okay, what is WAAW Foundation? You are saying working to advance African women. Immediately you mention African women to advance African women. It's as if there is you just said something. There is something you said wrong. So it was seen as though we were going against their culture and traditions. So it really, really made it so hard for us to gain acceptance. But then finally, we were able to secure a single school. I think that should be October now, October 2023. We secured a school finally. And we were told to come by 7:30 a.m. to the school that, oh, you know what, we will address the students on the assembly ground. I'm like, okay, fine, it's good. So I got my members, and then we're like, oh, let's go. And then because of how excited we got to the school by 7 a.m. So excited to carry out what we came to carry out, only for us to get to the school. 7:30, the assembly started, and then the principal called me by the side and was like, you guys just have 10 minutes. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. It was a shock at first, but instead of complaining, we decided to maximize the little time we had. And truly, in that 10 minutes, we gave our best shot, and then we made an impact because we were with our posters and everything. So we really explain to the children what our foundation is, what they do, their mission, their vision, STEM education, and stuff like that within that 10 minutes. So it was really one of the things that I was so proud of myself and my group for doing. Then came 2024. The same cycle began again. No school was willing to have it. It was discouraging. I remember speaking with Miss Shad and narrating everything to her. She gave me a contact, Samuel from Footmina. And by the way, Sam has been a huge blessing to me, by the way. He's one of the people that kept pushing, kept bringing ideas from one way. I even remember reaching out to Evelyn. I think that should be early this year. So please, if you are having, I think one of the things I believe in this life is there is no problem that you are facing that somebody elsewhere have not faced and then they have overcome it. So don't always keep problems to yourself. Always reach out to people. And one person, I don't keep things to myself. I reach out to people. If he calls me, I will reach out to somebody and we'll find a solution. So please always reach out. So I remember reaching out to Sam, and he gave me few advices here and there, and okay, yeah, the ideas, and we implemented them, and then we tried another school. At first they said we could come, that 2020, this is happening 2024 now, but only if we could teach the students the normal subjects for that particular period we want to take. For example, we are taking a period that they were supposed to teach maths, so we would teach them maths. We are not teaching them any other thing. You would teach them the subjects that they are having. I said, no problem, sir. So we came to the school with my members, and we, instead of one class that they said they were going to give to us, we requested for about 3 to 4 classes. And then since, we are even doing the teachers a favor, the teachers will get to rest. We do the teaching right now. So we took about 4 classes, and then we taught English, maths, biology, and physics across those classes. And altogether, we ended up getting about 100 and something students. That effort really paid off. And in May 2024, we won chapter of the month. It was like a miracle. That recognition was such a big encouragement, a reminder that despite all the rejections and obstacles, our persistence was not in vain. Right. Then moving forward, 2025, we kept pushing harder. 2025 now came, we reached out to even more students this time around. And we still won again in May. It was so emotional, like May 2024 and then May 2025. It was really, really emotional. But this time we impacted over 500 plus students at a time. We did it, it was like a marathon outreach. We went Tuesday, we went Wednesday, and then I think Thursday and we went Thursday because most times Friday they don't usually go to school on Fridays. So it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We did like back to back. That moment was so fulfilling, honestly. It showed just how far we have come from struggling to find even one school to now influencing hundreds of students in an outreach. It is really a testimony of growth. But 2025 also taught me something personally, which is very important. It taught me that leadership is not just about members, it's about quality. Now, what do I mean by that? Remember, I said we started with 25 members. But it got to a point, the 25 people that we had, it was as if it was just 5 people that were active out of 25. It was as if it's just 5 people that were active. You can call for outreach and you can just see 5 maximum, maybe you see 6 will come out. So I had to restructure the chapter. I made it in such a way that, oh, you know what? I know you guys, everybody joined because I asked you to join. So you joined because I said you can join. Now I need it to be like, this is something you want. I want you to come to me if you are really, really interested in impacting in these children. If you are really, really interested in sacrificing your time, if you are really, really interested in commitment, in being committed to the work we do, I put the application out there, and then I'm like, come to me if you are like, if you are, it should just be something that a decision that you made on your own, and not because, oh, because Cynthia is your friend. Please, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so we did that, and it was just about 7 people that reached out to me, and with those 7 people, it was with that 7 people that we were able to carry out the outreach we carried out in 2025. It was like something that I could not achieve, something that I could not achieve with 25 people. We were able to do it with just 7 people. So looking back from 2023 till now, I can boldly say the journey has not been easy, but every step has been worth it. The challenges, they has taught us resilience, creativity, and persistency. Yeah. So, and now this one is to every other chapter leader out there listening to me. I want to say this: never despise the days of small beginning. It's not how many members you have, it's about the passion and commitment. of the few who are willing to stand with you. One committed member, one committed person is worth more than 10 passive members. Your 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 challenges may look like closed doors, but every rejection is pushing you forward to creativity and breakthrough. I mean, I do tell people, if my chapter being in Zaria, a place where cultural barrier stands against women empowerment, could still rise, impact this much people, I mean, winning back to back, then I don't think there is any chapter that cannot break limits. So this is me saying, don't stop when it gets hard. Don't stop when people are even saying no. Don't stop when you think everything is not working out again. Keep pushing, keep innovating, and keep believing in yourself. I mean, what you are building today, the impact you are building today might outlive you tomorrow. We are not just sowing seed that will grow now. We are sowing seed that will inspire generations to come. I think this is
Wow.
that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Cynthia, for that. I almost didn't want you to stop because I could relate to every single thing you were saying. Believe me, I was once a chapter leader, right? And I know how it felt. From when you can have 50 fellows and then you don't even see up to two or three people coming out for outreaches. I totally agree with you when you say quality over quantity. If you have just five fellows that are committed with you, it is way better than having 25 that don't show up. So I totally agree with Cynthia, and I believe you must have learned a lot from her this evening. I know there are sometimes you go for outreaches and then, oh yes, I experienced that they will tell you to come to the assembly and speak for only 10 minutes. Oh my god, all these are experiences, and like she said, there is nothing you're going to pass through in terms of going for outreach and all of that somebody else has not passed through. That is the reason we're having this meetup today, so that you get to learn from other chapters, from other fellows, to know what they've encountered on their way and how they were able to navigate that problem or that particular challenge. Okay, so I think we'll be moving on to our should I say question and answer section. So if you have any question and answer for us, maybe for any of the speakers, for Evelyn, for Pindani, or for Cynthia, you can unmute yourself or you can type in the chat room and they will attend to your questions. Does anyone have a question? Cynthia, while you were speaking, I think someone asked for your contacts in the chat room, said she wanted to connect with you. So please, okay, I think you've responded to the person. Okay. Does anybody have any other question? Okay, I'll take the silence as no question. I believe we were able to relate with our fellows today. So now I before I move into the next thing I have on my agenda, I want to steal something in, right? Because I remember during when we were doing our icebreaker and introduction, a lot of our fellows said they wanted to meet the fellows at the fellows summit. So please, if you're here and you attended the fellows summit or you're current, because I know you're still there, please turn on your video first. Let's see you, and then you can share with us whatever you want to share from the summit, what you learned from the summit. Let's say this is our summit section now. I know we didn't get to attend the summit with you, but we know we can learn one or two things from what you learned. So please, if you attended the summit, you can unmute yourself. Turn on if you attended, turn on your video first. Let's see you. Let's get to meet you and share something with us. Okay. Okay, I can see Brenda. I can see Dolly, Sarah. Who else? Mola. I can see Mola. Mm, who else is here? Okay, so does anyone want to share something with us? Um, fellows from the summit. Does anyone want to share something with us? Brenda, Mola, who else? Sarah. Unmute now. Unmute yourself and introduce yourself to us, and you can probably tell us what is going on at the summit right now, what you guys are doing, or what you guys did today. Just share something with us.
So, hi everyone.
Hi, Mola.
So, my name is Velvin Nawire Mola from Maseno University, Kenya, taking applied statistics. And the summit has been very inspiring, very educative, and all that. We got to learn things we didn't know and all that. And personally, I can say thank you to WAAW Foundation for enabling me for granting me the chance to learn all those things I didn't know, and we got to know that we are very innovative and all that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Velvin. Brenda, do you want to say something?
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hi,
Brenda.
I'm Brenda Ching from Maseno University, taking math science. I can say this summit was the best one. I've never attended any summit in my life. This was the first summit and I attended. And I've been very happy throughout the summit because I've learned many things throughout the summit. What makes me happy again is how I can innovate something from just simple things that we always assume. So I've learned many things and I'm very happy. I've learned about Scratch programming, which is very sweet and very nice practicing. Doing it is very nice, by the way. So thank you to the WOW Foundation. I'm very happy to be part of you and I'm looking ahead to gain more and learn more from you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, Brenda, before I cut you short, I was taking a sneak peek at the presentations you guys had yesterday. I saw a lot of amazing work. So I don't know what group you were a part of and what project you guys worked on. Do you mind sharing with us? Tell us what your project was all about.
Okay, my group was group 3, the automated dustbin. So there is this doctor who told us to make an automated to make just a dustbin and he will pay us. So, so you see, but after learning, he first taught us how we can make things out of things that we never thought of. Because sincerely speaking, me, I've never thought of making a dustbin that can be used from reused bottles. This is like recycling. And now through that, we do not dirtify the environment. So we turned it to automated. We invented another tip there, which we were taught. And it was really nice making it, though we took time like the whole night. We were on it, doing it, because we were happy that at least we are inventing something that we never knew we could do.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Brenda. I know I saw that and I'm like, damn, these are very amazing women. Imagine coming up with a dustbin from can, like a can, something like this, right? I was like, what is this? These girls are really amazing. So I would like for you guys to, after the summit, I know maybe you guys are tied down. Okay, this is probably like 8 p.m. in your time. So please, maybe after now, when you guys must have gotten home, don't keep this to yourself. You can pass it down to other fellows as well. Share with the other fellows, not just fellows in your chapter, fellows, other fellows that were not part of the summit as well. We could step this down to the fellows group. We have a WhatsApp group for fellows. We can share these ideas with them so that when they go for outreaches as well, they can implement these projects. And I look forward to maybe one of these days, maybe doing one of these fellows meetup. We can invite you guys, maybe as a group, to teach us your projects. That would actually be an amazing thing. So, but thank you very much for joining us this evening. I don't know if there is any other summit fellow that wants to share experience with us before we move right in.
I think there is a question in the chat room.
Okay, yes, yes, I saw that. Please, Cynthia, are you still here? Someone has a question for you, or I don't know. It's the question open to everybody. She says, Chimdindi Babuchi says, Cynthia said her chapter has 7 fellows. Let's imagine these 7 fellows are her level mates, okay? Or maybe a level below. How then do you plan to keep the chapter active? Like, my question is about continuity of a chapter when you are not recruiting new fellows. Okay, so Chimdidu says the question is open to everyone. Does
Okay.
any Okay, does anyone want to answer?
Okay, can I respond to it? Can you hear me?
Okay, okay, yes, you can speak, Cynthia. Then after you, Chichupokolo can go because I think he or she has a hand up as well.
Okay, so that is actually a good question. Now, this is it. Remember, I said I put the application out there for anybody to join. Now, let's remove the fact that is from my level, because if everybody is from my level, then technically what I'm saying, what it means is that after me, the chapter will not continue. So definitely we'll have somebody. Currently, my assistant is 2 classes, 2 levels below. And as a matter of fact, currently I'm doing my IT, right? So I'm not even in school. The last outreach they held, I was not even part of them. They did their thing. Do you get? So with or without me, leadership is more like with or without you, things should go on. You must not be there. Right. If it's always about you being there before, then, oh my goodness, then you are not leaving any legacy. With or without you, things should go on. So we are not saying, it's not like even the outreach that they held, of that outreach, we still had a new member. Someone saw what they were doing, and the person was like, hey, I want to join. And then, yes, we did a little interview to the person. We want to know, why do you want to join? What exactly do you have in mind joining, and stuff like that? Let it not just be, oh, because you saw what we are doing and then you just want to join. We need you to actually tell us why you want to join and what you can bring differently from what we already have. So all my members are not from my level. Thank you. I hope that answers your question anyway.
Yeah, thank you, Cynthia. Uchechukwu, do you want to add something to what Cynthia said? You can unmute yourself, please. Uchechukwu Kolo, can you hear me? You had your hand raised up. I don't know if you wanted to ask a question or you wanted to answer to that. Let me know what you want to do so I can know how to proceed. Okay. Thank you, Cynthia, for that answer. I think the question Chimdindu raised is a very valid one. Because most times it's easier to, when you say talk to somebody about WAAW, it's easier to talk to your level mates. That's the people you interact with generally, right? And that is the people you most likely recruit. That's most likely the people you recruit for your chapter. And moving forward, it's not going to be helpful for the chapter because you won't have, let's say, if people graduate, you won't have people taking over the chapter. And I think I agree with what Cynthia said. You need to ensure that you're not recruiting only your level mates. And like she said, she's a chapter lead, and then the assistant is like 2 level below her, and that is actually good to ensure that there is continuity, because sometimes we have issues of some chapters becoming dormant or inactive because the chapter lead or the set that was particularly driving the chapter, they end up graduating, and then nothing goes on or nobody is there to continue with the chapter. and that is like a major challenge we have at WAAW Foundation. So what we do, or what we advise people to usually do, is to ensure that when you are recruiting fellows, you're also recruiting people in the lower levels, not just in your level, right? I know it's easier to recruit people in your level because these are people you talk to, but also I believe the university system is in such a way that you get to network and meet people in a vast level. So you don't just meet with only your level mates. I mean, there are other organizations or societies you join whereby you have people from different levels. So you can from there connect with people and say, okay, this is what we do. And believe me, you don't know where you will meet someone that might have similar interest with what you're doing. So let's not keep to just our level mates. There are other ways to network and try to recruit other fellows. So the end point, or the most important thing, is to ensure that we are not recruiting only our fellows. And I like the part where she said, even if they are your friends, I know some of my friends who actually want to join, and I'm like, we already have a lot of people from my level who are not even active. We are looking at lower levels to ensure that the chapter continues. Okay. Okay, said that answers your question. Thank you, Chimdindo. Um, does another person have a question before I move on? Okay, so the next thing on my list that we are trying to round up. Oh, it's the AMA section with the WOW team. Ask me anything. Okay, so from the WOW team, I think I have the executive director of WOW Foundation, Mrs. Timileyi Onafeso, on the call. I have the programs manager. I don't know if she's still here. Ms. Wurola Kayode on the call. I have myself on the call, the administrative and programs associate at WOW Foundation. And I also have our programs intern, Lillian Ugo, at the call, on the call as well. So please, whatever question you have for the WOW team, this is your chance to ask your question. So if you have a question, you can unmute yourself and speak, or you could drop it in the chat and we'll take your questions very quickly. Any question? I don't want to ask anything. Okay, we'll ask now. Oh. It's not every day you get
So
the
every day you
opportunity
get the opportunity
to ask the
to
executive
ask the
director a
executive
question.
director a question.
Please unmute yourself and ask your questions. If you come to my DM again, I will not answer you. I will not answer you again. You push yourself, answer your question now. Don't come close to my DM if you don't ask questions now. Unmute
Miss
yourself. Don't be
Lydia,
shy. Build your confidence.
Okay, I think I see somebody in the chat. He said, question on the disbursement process. Is it in process? From Amenge. Amenge, are you a 2025 scholar? If yes, then disbursement is in process. But if you're not a 2025 scholar, I don't see why you'd be asking for disbursements. So yes, it's in process. Who else? Uchechukwu Okolo. Okay, if you have your hand raised, you can unmute yourself and speak. I think I also
Okay.
saw someone. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Please, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Sorry, I missed the first chance because I was having a network issue. I don't have any questions. I understand everything that we did today. Just that I want to thank and appreciate every one of us, especially Cynthia. Somehow, I'm having similar challenges in my own chapter. So we have up to more than 20 something fellows, but none will come out for outreach. It keeps killing my spirit, weighing my spirit down. And the worst is that even though if you go to visit any of the secondary schools around, because my school is located in one kind timid village like that. First of all, when they will see us, they'll be like, do we want to give them something? First, that is the first thing they will ask. Once you tell them no, you just want to talk to the girls alone, or they're still having this kind thinking. I don't know. We will come uncountable times. They won't permit us to see the girls. But at the end, it will make me to be losing interest, like it will make killing my spirit. I really have the zeal to do this work, but based on where my school is located, it's making me not to have the opportunity to do that. The last outreach I went was last year. I carried it out in Abia State because I traveled, but not in Abakrik where I supposed to. So I'm so grateful. I'm appreciating others that over. As why I'm saying this, I'm appreciating and thanking those that overcome all these challenges. The, the way they tried to convince the principal, I don't know how to put it, but I want to tell them to keep it up, please. It's not easy. Keep it up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Uchechupu. I understand what you're saying. I mean, I've been to a school before, and then the girls are asking me, "What did you bring for us?" Like, it's not just to come and talk. What did you bring for us? So it's believe me, when I tell you that there is nothing we experience that somebody somewhere, that a fellow somewhere has not experienced. We've seen all this before. Even there are times when the teachers themselves or the principals will be asking, "What did you bring?" And they're like, "We are coming to help your students," but you don't get it. And there are times when the students themselves are the ones asking you, "What did you bring?" So believe me when I say we can relate, but we keep pushing, right? Like what Cynthia said, when you put your mind to do this, you will do it. So let's keep pushing. And then I see somebody else ask the question, an interesting one. She said, "When are we going to have a physical meetup with everyone?" Okay, a summit in Nigeria. Timmy, are you here? Timmy, do you want to answer that? Hi, Timmy. Okay, I don't know if Timmy is able to speak or maybe network issues. But then again, to have a physical meetup with everyone, I don't know how possible that is because we have fellows across 29 African countries. I don't know how we bring everybody together in one place. But then again, we try our possible best to host regional summits annually. Last year's summit was in Ghana, that was West African, and we brought together fellows from the West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, um, countries in West Africa. The year before, we had it in South Africa, and this year we went to East Africa. That's why we have fellows from Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Ethiopia. So we'll keep moving. We don't stay one place. And we would certainly hope that one time or one certain time or one day we can have all our fellows together to have a physical meetup with everybody. But right now, I don't know if that is possible. Okay, I see another question. She said, to my dear WAAW staff, this movement for uplifting African women in STEM, just to be clear, this is to encourage girls take up a role in STEM and eradicate stereotypes. Basically saying girls can contribute into this field too, right? Yes, of course. That is exactly what we aim for, to ensure that girls take up a role in STEM. Like our founder would always say, let me take from her words. Like I joined the fireside chat we had with the summit fellows on Thursday, and he said something that we look forward to a year whereby a woman in STEM will build a company or will be the owner of a company that does amazing things, and then we can look back and say yes. Or let's say this person is somebody that is from WAAW Foundation, maybe was once a fellow, was once a scholar, or somebody that WAAW Foundation impacted. That is our vision. So we keep looking forward to, you know, women in STEM doing amazing things. How did he say that which the physical meetup will be possible? Yes, the target audience are girls. But when we go to secondary schools for the outreaches, if it's a mixed school, we don't segregate and say, "Ah, we want to teach only girls." We teach everybody. But our main targets are girls, the African girls. Okay. Any other question? Does anybody, if you don't just type, you can unmute yourself and speak if you have a question. Otherwise, I will move on to the analyzing section of Somebody speaking. Okay.
Okay,
Abasi Bianca Udo. Okay, please speak.
okay. Good evening, good morning, good day, everyone from different countries all over the world. So, my name is Abasibia Kildo. I'm the chapter lead for the University of WAAW, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. So, my question actually is just to ask Miss Lillian how she's doing and how her day has been, so that she'll answer my WhatsApp message anytime I come to her DM next time. I don't have any questions.
Okay, I am fine. But you're not going to bribe me. You're going to ask your questions here so that if you come to my DM to ask me any other question, I will not answer it. I am fine and my day is going very well.
Abasi Bianca, I promise you, don't mind her. Please, after now, go to her DM again and disturb her. Yeah, she will still answer you. Don't mind her. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Any other person wants to shout out to Lillian? Somebody that she's definitely not replying in her DM, or somebody that she has been disturbing. I know Lillian can disturb. If Lillian comes to your DM, sorry. Okay. If there is no other question, okay, I think I'll move forward. So, okay, just missed an opportunity, but let me not talk. Thought people would maybe ask the ED to share money or something. Oh well. So let's look at our August outreaches. Honestly, I am super excited with our chapters, our fellows, our scholars. They did amazingly well this month. Can you imagine? In the month of August, I was very skeptical about this month. With schools going on vacation and all of that, I wasn't expecting that we'll have outreaches. But here we are, 14 impactful outreach sections conducted across 9 chapters. Tell me this is not amazing, please. Even when students are not in school, our fellows still made a way they went out of their way to ensure that we don't just sit at home, we keep spreading the word. I saw some of our fellows doing a community outreach, some had the markets in very like some visited the orphanages, a lot of different things that, and you're like, wow, how did they come up with this idea? So please, when you see these amazing outreaches and you're trying to plan or to host something like that, don't hesitate to reach out to the chapter lead of the chapter that held that outreach. You can reach out and ask them, please, how did you do this? We are planning to host this. That is one very good thing I like about Evelyn. When Evelyn was a chapter, Evelyn does not once you do something like, Jessica, how did you do this? I love this. I want to organize something like this. How can we do this? So please don't hesitate. That's why we are begging you to connect with your fellows. So that when you have issues or you have problems, you can always reach out and ask them how they were able to do this. All right. So this month, we directly engaged and impacted more than 1,557 students. Honestly, that's a lot. Lillian, do you want to take it from here or should I go on?
Okay. I just want to point out something to you. Okay, question in the chat room. Someone said, is there any possibility that Dr. Unoma can come to Nigeria so that they can meet her in person? Then
Okay, for
Evelyn is
you to.
asking,
Okay, for you to. Sorry, can
Evelyn
you
is
hear me?
asking, how do alumni fellows stay connected after school?
Okay, possibility of Dr. Norma coming to Nigeria
Okay,
so we can meet
possibility
her in
of Dr.
person.
Norma coming to Nigeria so we can meet her in person.
Maybe you can ask Dr. Norma yourself.
I don't know if
Maybe
I'll
you can ask
definitely
Dr.
pass
Norma
across your
yourself.
message.
I'll definitely pass across your message.
But I don't know. I'm not Dr.
okay.
Norma, so I can't
But I
say
don't
Alumni
know. I'm
yes.
and
not
for
Dr.
alumni
Norma, so I can't
fellows
say yes.
and for alumni fellows, I think we have a group chat for that. Because I think Evelyn is asking.
So there is a group chat for alumni. So I would have to announce this in the University of Mines and Technology Ghana. They have a last month, so all of them can we still stay connected in the alumni group chat. So I'll share the group link so that everybody will join from there. Graduated fellows or graduate fellows can join there.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
And
so you can carry on.
If you miss going for outreach, if you're still within the school environment, you can still join the fellows to go for outreach, whether you've graduated or not. But like Lillian said, we have a group for our alumni fellows as well, whereby we share opportunities and we keep them engaged. Like recently this month, we hosted a venture capital section for our alumni fellows. So we keep engaging with our fellows as well. See any other question?
I don't think I see any other question.
Okay, so do you want to take
announcement? Oh, okay. Let me just take it from here. So our August outreaches, once again, I concur with Jessica. You people did great, did a lot. I am happy that we turned up like this. So we have KCMC University Tanzania. I don't really know the full meaning of this acronym, but I mean, the university is in Tanzania and she had her outreach this month. And the next on our list is the Federal University of Technology Owerri chapter in Nigeria. They did Noble. They did a whole load of outreaches this month. So the next on our list is Amugtaribin University, Sudan. There is something spectacular about this particular outreach because the lady is a one-man squad. Right now, Sudan is a war-torn country, unfortunately, but she has gone out of her way to still have outreaches, when I mean not one and not two. So she's phenomenal. I give it up to her, like thumbs up. You're doing well. You're doing great. We see you here from WAAW Foundation. You're doing so well. And the next would be Jed's University, Namibia. Jed's University to the world. You people are doing great. And the next university on our list is the University of Kigali, Rwanda. University of Kigali, Rwanda, they did a wonderful outreach. They had a wonderful outreach and I'm super proud of them. And the next university is University of Eswatini. Yes. Eswatini is, I think, around Swaziland. Yeah. So they also had their outreach this month. And the next on our list is the University of Mines and Technology, Takwaga. And of course, you people should know this chapter. They are always, in short, they have become, what is the opposite of terror? Because of course, they can't be called a terror. The opposite of terror, please use it for them. They are just here everywhere and everywhere. They don't seem to drop an outreach every month. So thumbs up to you, University of Mines and Technology, Ghana. You people are doing so well. And the next university on our list is the University of Malawi University of Science and Technology. Malawi University of Science and Technology. So they had their outreach. You can see the setting. It's quite a rural area, yet they pulled it off. So do not be limited by whatever challenges that is just circling around you. Different locale. And one that the College of Science and Technology, they did so well and they had their outreach. You can see their hands-on experiment. So you can reach out to the chapter lead of the University of Rwanda, the College of Science and Technology, and she'll tell you exactly what she was doing in that picture right there. Because I think I love that. Okay. unveiling the chapter of the month. So who is going to be our chapter of the month? And that would be the Amuk Tarbin University, Sudan. Please, a virtual round of applause for this university. First off, the remarkable thing about this chapter of the month is that she was standing alone. She doesn't have fellows just yet. And she ended up carrying out 3 outreaches all by herself. I think she deserves this win, and we say a big congratulations to her. Well done, chapter lead of Amuk Taribin University, Sudan. You did very, very well.
Okay,
Okay,
Lillian,
moving on.
Congratulate her. What's her name, please?
Her name is Ola Ahmed.
Wow, Ola Ahmed. Definitely a force to reckon with.
She's really a force to reckon with, and we look forward to seeing more of her good works. She's really doing good, not minding the challenges around her. She's still pushing forward to make herself known and make herself seen and drive STEM to the world. So you can pick 1 or 2 lessons from her. I mean, she's not being limited by the war crisis in her country, but she's still doing great and having 3 outreaches in 1 month. So we encourage everyone. WAAW Foundation will definitely see you, and we are rooting for you all the way. So you can go on ahead, influence life, because together we keep achieving great things, right? Over to you, Jessica.
Please, Lillian, go on with the announcements.
Okay, and so for our reminders and announcements for today, we still go on. Repetition is for reference, right? So our outreach reporting is very, very important. There are so many outreaches that were carried out this month that haven't seen the report just yet. And that's not fair. I keep banging on our DMs. After that, you put saying Miss Lillian is always disturbing. I'm not disturbing. It's just for you to do the right thing. I'm always banging on your DM. Please report your outreach, report your outreach, report your outreach. I know we had more than these 14 outreaches that we just mentioned here this month. But because people are not reporting it, we can't actually report or say what we have not seen. Please, let's report our outreach. Fill the outreach report form. It's not going to take you more than 5 minutes. I mean, those posts that you have on your social media pages, you can just copy and paste it in there. The figures, put it in there, and we'll get it at our end. Please. So best chapter of the month is usually received and selected based on these submissions. So do not forget to fill your outreach proposal form to let us know when you are having your outreach, and help us to also remind you if you have had that outreach or not. And then it will actually help us all, not just you alone. To buttress, for all of us who have not taken time to read through our criteria for choosing the chapter of the month, there are now 5 key criteria which I'll be dropping in our group chat this evening again, so that we can have it at the back of our mind. Please. Our monthly fellows meetup next session will be held on Saturday, September 27th at the usual time. Please mark up your calendars and plan to attend. Also, plan to tell your fellows to attend. Tell your fellows to come with you to attend. And do not forget to fill our feedback survey form. Please fill the feedback survey form. it's going to help us, please, so that we know what if we should continue this meetup or not. I know it's helping us, but if you are not giving us a feedback, we wouldn't know if what we are doing is quite right or wrong. So we need your feedback. We need it like we need air, please. If you would like to be featured in our September edition of the August of the chapter engagement highlights, please reach out to me via WhatsApp so that we can bring you on board. Let other fellows hear your voice. All right?
Okay, Lillian, please
So
can you drop
the
to the feedback?
feedback. Okay, the link to the feedback. I'm going to do
Yeah,
that
for this
right
topic.
away.
Okay, so like she said, I believe we all know what is required of us for your chapter to be named chapter of the month. Believe me, we see you all. I know there are a lot of chapters that have been putting efforts across the months or across the year. Like she said, the University of Mines and Technology. It's like I see them every month. They have an outreach. I think they won the top chapter for the half year reports, and that's an amazing feat. Also, photo chapter. I keep seeing them as well. These are people that are trying. They keep trying. We see you all. And so the other chapters, I know there are other chapters. I think Jed's Namibia, Kigali, Rwanda, the Most chapter. They keep showing up, and I really appreciate what you guys are doing. So keep on doing what you're doing. We see you. And I would really want to have a physical meetup with everyone, honestly. I would want one of these days. So we'll have this meetup physically. Maybe we'll tell Dr. Norma what you said. I'll drop it in the chat very soon so that she can see it there. Or maybe somebody can even drop it on the chat in the fellows group. She'll definitely see it. She's on the group. So that she knows that we want to see you and we want to have a physical meetup with you. Okay. But thank you very much, everyone. And let's keep on carrying out our outreaches. The feedback survey link is in the chat room now. So just please, while you're still on the call, click on it and it won't even take up to 30 seconds or a minute and you're done. So just click on the link and fill the feedback form right now. Okay, so back to the chapter of the month. Some of us might not know because, of course, some of us they are new fellows and new chapters. So the chapter of the month award is $100 award that we roll out every month. So at the end of every month, we select the best chapter, and there are 5 criteria for selecting this chapter. First of all, is the number of outreaches you carried, the number of girls or students you impacted. I think the next thing is your engagement, generally, social media engagement, your social media pages, how alive they are. And another thing is participation in the fellows meetup. Now, if your fellows are not joining fellows meetup, you might be hosting outreaches 10 times in a month, and you might be wondering, why is my chapter not winning this? Maybe what is holding you back is that your fellows are not attending fellows meetup. So sometimes I see Lillian in our DM shouting, send me the names of the 5 people that will attend. And some of us don't respond. And some of us, even after responding, we don't attend the meetup. So please, if you're aiming to get this $100 award month or another month, you should ensure that your fellows are attending the. So, like I said, the people that are in the meetup today will count towards the chapter of the month for September. So if you're aiming to win the chapter of the month for September and your fellows are in this meetup currently, you're already a step ahead. I can't remember what the fifth criteria is. I'm missing that. Maybe Lillian will remind us. I mean, she posts this every time, so you should know. But these are the things we look out for to select the best chapter of the month. So you might be asking yourself, my chapter is using outreach. What is happening? Maybe the reason why you're not being selected is because your fellows are not coming for the fellows meetup. It could be because you're not posting on your social media. And reporting your outreach is another thing. You can have an outreach, and if you don't report it, there is no way we will know that you carried out this outreach. There are some reports I seen on the WhatsApp group, but if you don't fill out the form, we don't the WhatsApp group is open to everybody, right? It's not a database that we can control. So that's why we ask you to fill out the outreach report form. That is the one we can control, and we can see that okay, this person carried out an outreach. So when we ask you to fill out the outreach report form, this is the reason why. So you might have 5 outreaches, and if you don't report them, it won't count. Like Lillian said, I know we had more than 14 outreaches. This There's a particular outreach I even saw on the WhatsApp group, and it's not here. I'm assuming maybe they didn't report the outreach. So please let's try to report our outreach. It won't take you up to 5 minutes. I don't think it's up to that. the time you take to select the videos and pictures you post on the WhatsApp group or maybe on Facebook or on your socials, it's enough to fill that form and submit your report. So please let's ensure we do that. Let's ensure we attend the fellows meetup. Let's ensure that we keep our socials active and also follow our foundation across our social media pages. You don't know what you might come across there. There are a lot of exciting things. I'm not at the summit, but I have been following the fellows the Facebook and Instagram page, and I've been seeing a lot of reels, and that's how I'm keeping updated with what is happening at the summit. So please let's ensure that we are always engaging with our pages. Okay. I want to believe that we have started filling the feedback survey form right now. So if that is the case, let's quickly turn on our video. Let's take a group photograph before we leave, please. Turn on your video, please, if you can still hear me. Well, I see Maria John. Maria John, is now you're coming, Abby. So all this while I was looking for fellows in the summit, you did not come. No problem. Please turn on your video. I see Amara Chuku. Ah, see my Amara Chuku. Yay! See Princess. This one is enjoying the life. Please turn on
Hello,
your
ma.
video. Turn on your video. Ah, Uluwadara see me. See fine, fine girls. Yes, Evelyn. Uh-huh. Beautiful, beautiful faces. Who else am I seeing? Lillian, they say you should turn on your camera. Oh. See Pierre Gabanza. Ah, see my Gabanza friend. I see. Who else do I see? Who else is turning on their video for me to see then? Smile, say cheese. See Muriel. Hi, Muriel. I don't know you, but you're looking very beautiful. I
Hi,
see.
how are you?
Chepo, I think Chepo is from Uniben chapter, right? Yes, I remember you said that when you introduced yourself. Ah, I see Babuchi, the Almighty Photo chapter lead. Uh huh. Who else? Please turn on your camera if I've not caught your name. I mean, I've not seen your face. Ah, I see Queen Danny. Ah, see fine girls everywhere. God, I beg. Oh, thank you very much. I think I've captured everybody's face. Okay, so let's quickly fill the feedback survey form if we have not. Please, it's very important so that you don't stop your chapter from winning the outstanding chapter of the month next month. And yes, you can attend the meetup, and then if you don't fill the survey form, there is no way we will know that you attended. So the survey form, it's more like an attendance. Yes, that is the way we know that you definitely attended this meetup. So please fill the survey form. It's in the chat right now, so you can still fill it up. Maria John, you go soon tell me wetin dey funny, like you're just smiling, you're happy. Ah, as if they are giving you good food there. Okay. Have we filled the survey before we finally go off? I mean, we've had a long day. This is we're supposed to end by 6, but here we are 6:51 and we are still on. Thank you everyone that stayed true to this point. I really appreciate you all. And I'm always happy to, like, whenever it's meetup, I always look forward to the meetup, to come and see these beautiful faces again. So we'll meet again, same time, the last Saturday of the month. Ah, Wura is here. Wura, I did not see your face. Wura is our able programs manager. Wura, please say hi. Hi, Wura. She's screaming hi. Okay, so Wura is our program manager. I know she's currently in Kenya, so maybe network is not letting her speak. But
We want to hear your voice.
Hi, guys.
Hi. See fine voice.
oh, okay, that's nice. It's my manager. Woo! Hi, Wura.
Hold on, guys.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet again next time. So for now, bye. Ensure you fill the feedback survey before you leave.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thanks for your patience. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Maria.
Princess said it's her
Princess
time.
said it's her time.
Princess, what's the time
Princess,
for
what's
peace?
the time for peace? Princess, what is your time? What do you want to do? You want to stay back here and clean up the place?
No, I think she
No,
has a
I think she
special
has a
number.
special number. She wants to stay back and clean up the whole place.
She wants to give us a
She wants to
special
give us
number.
a special number. Oh, special number. Oh, yeah, now let's hear you. Are you going to sing? Are you going to dance? Are you going to do some acrobatics?